Stop everything you are doing right now. I mean it. Freeze. Don't move a muscle. Put down whatever you are holding in your hand. If you're clutching a coffee cup you've been nursing all morning, set it down on the table. If you are holding a laundry basket or a stack of papers, drop them. If you're in your car, pull over safely and put it in park. If you have the TV buzzing in the background, mute it. If you have other tabs open on your browser, close them immediately. Silence every notification, every buzz, and every ping that might try to steal your attention in the next few minutes. You need absolute, unadulterated silence right now because what is about to happen requires your total, undivided focus. In the next 3 seconds, you are going to feel something shift physically inside your chest. It isn't going to be subtle, and it isn't going to be something you can brush off as indigestion, anxiety, or just the fatigue of a long work week. It is going to feel like a flutter, a sudden quickening of your heart rate, followed by a profound, heavy stillness that settles over the room you are sitting in. Wait for it. 1, 2, 3. There it is. Do you feel that? That inexplicable drop in the atmosphere. It's like the air pressure in the room just plummeted, or like someone just walked through the door and is standing right behind you, even though you know for a fact you are completely alone. That sudden heaviness, that electric charge making the hair on your arms stand up, that is not a coincidence. That is not a random physiological glitch. You are feeling that shift because heaven just synchronized this exact microsecond of time for only 7 people on the entire face of the planet to receive this specific transmission. Out of billions of people scrolling, working, sleeping, and rushing through their days, the spiritual coordinates locked onto you. You are one of the 7. This isn't an algorithm feeding you content based on your browsing history. This isn't a viral trend you stumbled upon by accident. This is a divine interruption, orchestrated with military precision to catch you exactly where you are, right before you make a move that you can't take back. You need to understand the magnitude of what just broke through to reach you. Your guardian angel has been trying to establish this connection for years. We are talking about 7 long years of spiritual interference, static, and blockade that have kept this specific delivery from reaching your spirit. Think of it like a vault that has been locked in the heavenly realms, a secure deposit box with your full name engraved on the front, containing a destiny that was assigned to you before you even took your first breath. For 2,555 days, that vault has been sealed shut, its contents accumulating interest, waiting for the precise moment when the frequency would be clear enough for you to receive it. That moment is right now. The flutter in your chest is the physical reaction of your spirit recognizing its missing piece. It's your soul vibrating in resonance with the truth it has been starving for. It says, if you leave now, if you let your thumb scroll past this text because your attention span is itching for something faster or funnier, you are walking away from a divine appointment that will not circle back around for another 7-year cycle. I know you felt that shift just now. It's undeniable. It's that feeling like the temperature in the room dropped 10 degrees in a split second, even though the windows are closed and the thermostat hasn't budged. It feels like the air has become thick, almost like water, and the sounds of the outside world, the traffic, the neighbors, the hum of the refrigerator, have faded into a distant, muffled background noise. That is because a massive event just took place in the spiritual realm, right here, right where you are sitting. You have to realize that you are standing at ground zero of a supernatural explosion. The chains that have held your specific blessing hostage for over 2,000 days didn't just unlock, they shattered. They were pulverized. The prison doors that had been keeping your breakthrough in solitary confinement just exploded off their hinges with such force that the shockwave rippled through the dimensions and hit you physically in the chest. That's what you felt. That was the impact of spiritual liberation. The enemy, the dark forces that have been systematically suffocating your purpose and draining your energy, are in a state of absolute panic right now. They are scrambling. They are frantic. They know that the encryption has been broken. They know that the message they have spent years trying to block is finally sitting in front of your eyes. That is why you might feel a sudden, irrational urge to stop reading. You might hear a voice in your head telling you this is nonsense, that you have work to do, that you should check your email or text someone back. That is not your thought. That is a defensive strategy from an enemy who is terrified of what happens in the next 14 minutes. They know that if you stay, if you absorb this, if you let this truth download fully into your spirit, everything they have built against you, every stronghold, every lie, every barrier will be utterly demolished. They are terrified because they know you are on the brink of discovering who you actually are. You are not just a random person reading a screen. You are the target of a high-level rescue mission. The interference is gone. The line is open. The air around you is charged with the kinetic energy of a miracle in motion. Do not move. Do not look away. Breathe into this heaviness, because for the first time in 7 years, heaven has your direct line, and the download has already begun. You have to look at the evidence that has been piling up right in front of your face. This battle hasn't been subtle. It's been screaming for your attention, but you've been too distracted to connect the dots until now. Think back over the last few weeks. You have been seeing repeating numbers everywhere, haven't you? It started as a coincidence, or so you thought. You would glance at your phone to check the time, and it was exactly 1:11. You would be driving down the highway, lost in thought, and a car would cut in front of you with 444 on the license plate. You'd buy a coffee and a sandwich, and the total would come out to exactly $7.77. It's been happening in random places you cannot explain, appearing on receipts, on billboards, on digital clocks in waiting rooms. It felt like the universe was glitching, like a code was repeating itself in your peripheral vision. And it's not just the numbers, it's the nights. Be honest with yourself about the last month. You have been waking up between 3 o'clock and 4 a.m. almost every single night. You jolt awake with your heart racing, your skin clammy, wide awake as if an alarm went off, but the room is dead silent. You check your phone, you toss and turn, you try to figure out what woke you, but there's no noise, no light, nothing. You thought it was stress. You thought it was insomnia, or maybe that late-night snack. It was neither. That specific hour is the spiritual transition window, the time when the veil between realms is thinnest. You weren't waking up because you had trouble sleeping. You were being woken up because your spirit was sensing an intrusion. You've had dreams you cannot quite remember the next morning, haven't you? You wake up with a lingering sense of urgency, a feeling that someone was trying to tell you something vital, but the memory slips away like water through your fingers the moment you open your eyes. These weren't random neurological misfires. They weren't your imagination playing tricks on you in a sleep-deprived haze. They were heaven's emergency broadcast system preparing you for right now. Those numbers were breadcrumbs leading you to this specific paragraph. Those wake-up calls were your spirit responding to a spiritual alarm that only you could hear. Everything you have been experiencing was a calculated precursor to this exact moment where the signal finally cuts through the noise. Let me tell you something about yourself that you don't even know yet. Something that explains why the atmosphere in your room feels so heavy right now. You are not here by accident. Out of 8 billion people swarming this planet, only 7 were chosen to receive this specific frequency today. The odds of you finding this, reading this, and staying for this long are mathematically impossible without divine intervention. Only 7 people were strong enough to handle what is about to be revealed. Only 7 had guardian angels petitioning heaven's throne room for permission to bypass the standard protocols and deliver this message directly. And you, yes, you are one of them. Your angel used their once-per-lifetime emergency request to ensure you would see this. They have been fighting through layers of demonic interference for 7 years. Get this dossier to your eyes. And they finally won that battle exactly 30 seconds ago. But here's what the enemy doesn't want you to know. And this is why you need to be vigilant right now. They've been working overtime to keep you from this moment. Look at your morning. Look at your week. They've been planting distractions like landmines all around you. That unexpected phone call that ruined your mood. That sudden, irrational urge to check social media or scroll through a news feed. That random, intrusive thought whispering that you should be doing something more productive right now. All of it was manufactured. It was a smokescreen designed to pull your eyes away from these words, because hell knows that once you receive what heaven is about to download into your spirit, their entire stronghold over your life collapses. This explains the exhaustion you have been feeling lately, and I'm not talking about being physically tired from a long day at work or a hard workout. I am talking about soul exhaustion, the kind where you wake up after 8 hours of sleep and still feel drained to your bones. The kind where you go through the motions of your day, driving, working, talking, but you feel like you are watching your life from outside your body, like a ghost haunting your own routine. You smile and function. You say "I'm fine" when people ask, but inside you are screaming for something to finally change. You feel heavy, sluggish, like you are wading through invisible mud. That exhaustion wasn't natural. It wasn't a vitamin deficiency or a lack of caffeine. You have been in a brutal spiritual war you didn't even know you were fighting. Every night while your physical body slept, battles raged in heavenly places over your destiny. Every morning, you woke up tired because your spirit spent the night wrestling against forces trying to abort your purpose. For 3 years, there has been a coordinated assault against everything you are supposed to become. The relationships that mysteriously fell apart without closure? The opportunities that vanished into thin air just when you were about to sign the contract? The doors that slammed shut so hard they shook your confidence? The money that disappeared as fast as it came in, eaten up by unexpected emergencies? The mental fog that made you question your own sanity? None of it was random bad luck. It was a calculated spiritual hit job. It was an attack designed to wear you down, to make you give up, and to accept mediocrity before you discovered what you were actually carrying. You see, heaven's recording angels have been documenting everything. You might have felt like you were suffering in a vacuum, screaming into a void where no one could hear you. But the reality is that you were being watched with intense, compassionate precision. Every single tear you cried when no one was watching, those hot, silent tears that soaked your pillow while you tried to stifle your sobs so you wouldn't wake the house, was caught and preserved. Every prayer you whispered into the darkness that felt like it bounced off the ceiling and dissolved into nothingness was actually being archived. Every night you stayed strong for everyone else, holding your family or your friends together while you were quietly falling apart inside. Every moment you wanted to quit, when the weight of the world felt too heavy to carry another step, but you somehow tied your shoes and kept going anyway. They have recorded it all. These records were not just filed away in some dusty celestial library. They were presented as evidence in heaven's courtroom yesterday. The proceedings were solemn, and the stakes were your entire future. The enemy, the accuser of your soul, tried to bring every failure and every doubt against you, but then the books of your resilience were opened. The verdict was unanimous. The court ruled that the enemy has stolen enough from you. The season of theft, of inexplicable loss, of opportunities slipping through your fingers like sand, ends right now. But there is something else the angels recorded that turned the tide of the trial completely in your favor. They documented how you kept believing even when every logical sign in your life screamed stop. How you kept loving people even after being betrayed by those you trusted most. How you kept giving your time, your energy, and your heart even when you felt like you had absolutely nothing left to give. How you kept praying even when heaven felt silent as a tomb. These recordings prove something critical to the heavenly council. You are not just another person trying to get by. You are a threat to the kingdom of darkness. You are carrying something so powerful, so pivotal to the future, that hell assigned its best, most aggressive demons to stop you. You are carrying a payload so dangerous to darkness that they have been attacking you since childhood, trying to break you before you even knew what you were made of. That is why your life has been harder than others. That is why the resistance has been so fierce. Your body is more than just flesh and blood walking around on earth. you need to shift your perspective immediately. You are a living portal between heaven and earth. Your heart isn't just a biological pump moving blood through your veins. It is a mercy seat where divine presence dwells. Your lungs aren't just exchanging oxygen and carbon dioxide, they are inhaling heaven's atmosphere and exhaling kingdom authority every time you breathe. Your DNA isn't just genetic code inherited from your parents. It is encrypted with divine blueprints that science dismisses as junk DNA, simply because they lack the spiritual key to decode heaven's programming language. 97% of your DNA has been dormant, sitting in standby mode, waiting for a specific activation signal. That activation starts right now. Pay attention to your body in this second. You might feel a strange tingling sensation in the palms of your hands or the soles of your feet. You might feel a sudden wave of heat rising in your chest, spreading outward like warm honey. You might feel a slight pressure in the center of your forehead. Do not be afraid. That is not anxiety. That is not a panic attack. That is not your imagination running wild. That is cellular renovation. Heaven is literally upgrading your operating system while you are reading these words. The depression that has clung to you like a second skin, weighing down your every movement, is being stripped away at a molecular level. The anxiety that has controlled your decisions, whispering worst-case scenarios into your ear, is being deleted from your nervous system. The fear that has paralyzed your progress for years is being extracted from your bloodstream like a poison being drawn out of a wound. In exactly 72 hours from this moment, you are going to witness something that will make everyone around you question reality. The physical manifestation of this upgrade is imminent. Someone who walked out of your life, leaving a gaping hole and a trail of questions, is about to walk back in with a sincere apology and a restoration you never thought possible. Money that has been held up in the spiritual realm, stuck in bureaucratic limbo, delayed checks, withheld bonuses, is about to manifest in the physical with a phone call you weren't expecting. A door that has been locked tight for 7 years is about to swing open so wide you will have to pause and decide which opportunity to take first. A health condition that has tormented you, that doctors have shrugged at or medicated without curing, is about to mysteriously resolve, leaving medical professionals unable to explain what happened. You are being rebuilt from the inside out. The exhaustion is leaving because the battle has shifted. You are no longer fighting for your survival. You are being prepared for your arrival. The heavy lifting is being done by angelic forces that have just been authorized to intervene on your behalf. Your only job right now is to remain still and let the upgrade complete. Do not disconnect. Do not doubt the sensation in your body. It is real, and it is the physical evidence that the verdict in heaven is already being executed on earth. The portal is open, and the renovation of your life has officially begun. But I need to tell you something critical about the numbers you have been seeing. You have likely dismissed them as coincidences, or perhaps you thought your mind was just playing tricks on you, seeking patterns in the chaos. I am here to tell you that in the spiritual realm, there is no such thing as a coincidence, only strategy. Each sequence you witnessed was a specific activation code unlocking different, sealed chambers of your spiritual inheritance. You weren't just seeing digits, you were intercepting celestial communications. When you saw 111 flashing on your phone screen or a receipt, heaven was physically aligning your trajectory for new beginnings, essentially clearing the runway for your takeoff. When you saw 222, divine partnerships were being arranged behind the scenes. People who carry the keys to your next level were being moved into your orbit, drawn by the gravity of your destiny. When you saw 333, the Trinity was placing a seal of approval on your life, overruling every human rejection you have ever faced. It didn't stop there. When you saw 444, you weren't just checking the time. You were being notified that armies of angels were being dispatched to your location to secure your perimeter. When you saw 555, the grace of God was multiplying what little you thought you had left, ensuring you wouldn't run dry before the harvest came. When you saw 777, perfection was being manifested, signaling that the cycle of struggle was finally concluding. And when you saw 888, the frequency of new creation was being downloaded, preparing you to step into a version of yourself that is untouched by your past trauma. You weren't going crazy. You were being upgraded. The enemy knew this day was coming. That is exactly why the attacks intensified so violently in recent weeks. That is why the spiritual warfare felt absolutely unbearable, heavy enough to crush you. That is why everything seemed to be falling apart at once. The car breaking down, the arguments at home, the unexpected bills, the sudden emotional crashes. Listen to me closely. It wasn't falling apart. It was falling into place. Every single attack was actually positioning you. Every setback was actually a setup for a comeback that will leave your critics speechless. Every closed door that hurt your feelings was actually divine protection from paths that would have eventually destroyed you. Every rejection was actually divine selection for something far better than what you were begging to keep. Every loss was heaven, making room for the massive blessings that are about to flood your life. The primary architect of your pain, the spirit of delay, has held your breakthrough hostage for years. It has manipulated timing to ensure you always arrived 5 minutes too late. It caused applications to get lost, emails to go to spam, and meetings to get canceled at the last minute. It whispered lies to you at 3 a.m., telling you that you missed your chance, that you're too old, too damaged, too forgotten, and too far gone to ever recover. Those whispers end today. The spirit of delay has just been court-martialed in heaven's courtroom. It has been found guilty of illegal interference, stripped of its rank, chained, and thrown into the abyss. Your season of perfect timing starts right now. This judgment goes deeper than just your immediate problems. The generational curse that has stalked your bloodline for 70 years just lost its legal right to operate. You know the one, the shadow that followed your grandparents and your parents, the poverty spirit that consumed your grandparents' dreams, that devoured your parents' hopes and tried to eat your future has been served an immediate eviction notice. It is leaving your house right now. The spirit of abandonment that made you feel perpetually alone, even when you were standing in a crowded room, has been banished. The spirit of rejection that made you feel like you were never good enough, no matter how hard you tried, has been destroyed. The financial devourer that consumed every increase before you could enjoy it, making sure that every time you made an extra $500, a $500 emergency appeared, has been caged. The spirit of infirmity that has attacked your body and your family's bodies with strange, unexplainable ailments has been stripped of all authority. But here's what is really happening in the invisible realm. It is the great reversal. Every curse is being converted into a blessing. Every year of delay is being repaid with supernatural acceleration. Every tear you cried is being transformed into tomorrow's testimony. Every prayer that seemed unanswered was actually being stored up for this precise moment when heaven releases them all at once, like a dam breaking. You are about to experience 7 years of blessings in 7 days. I am not speaking metaphorically, I am not being poetic, I am speaking literally. The math of heaven doesn't follow Earth's calculations. Heaven operates on a quantum scale where time can be compressed. What should take years of therapy, years of saving, and years of networking is about to happen in hours of divine favor. You are stepping into a time warp where the lost years are restored, and the speed of your breakthrough will leave you breathless. Now, listen carefully, because what I am about to tell you requires immediate obedience. Heaven is asking you to do something specific to finalize this transfer. The court has ruled, the enemy is bound, and the blessings are queued up. But your response in the next 60 seconds determines whether this breakthrough happens in days or decades. You are the variable. You are the key. Place your right hand over your heart. Do it now. Feel it beating against your palm. That rhythm isn't just biology, it is heaven's Morse code speaking directly to your situation. It is a drumbeat of life that has persisted despite every attack the enemy has launched to stop it. With your hand firmly pressed against your chest, I need you to speak these exact words out loud. Do not just think them. Your voice carries a frequency that shifts the atmosphere. Even if there are people in the next room, even if you feel foolish, even if your voice shakes or cracks with emotion, you must release this sound into the air. Say this: I am the one heaven has been waiting for. I am the one hell has been fighting. I receive my sevenfold restoration now. Every door opens, every chain breaks, every blessing stored up for 7 years releases. The delay is broken, the curse is reversed, the breakthrough is here. I claim it, I receive it, I activate it. It is finished. Now, keep your hand there and take 7 deep breaths. Do not rush this part. This is the ventilation of your soul. With each inhale, imagine you are breathing in pure divine possibility. With each exhale, visualize yourself physically pushing out 7 years of accumulated spiritual toxins. On the first breath, release the fear that has kept you paralyzed. On the second, blow out the doubt that questions your worth. On the third, release the shame of past mistakes. On the fourth, let go of unforgiveness. It is heavy, and you don't need to carry it anymore. On the fifth, exhale the poverty mindset that tells you there is never enough. On the sixth, release the sting of rejection. On the seventh breath, hold it for a second. And release. You should feel something shift in your chest right then. That lightness, that is the feeling of prison doors swinging open. That is the sound of heavy chains hitting the floor. But we are not done. There is a practical step you must take to secure this perimeter. There are 3 people in your phone contacts right now who are draining your spiritual energy. You know exactly who they are. Your stomach just tightened thinking about their names. They are energy vampires. Assignments from hell sent to distract your focus and delay your destiny. Delete their numbers. Not tomorrow. Not after you pray about it. Do it right now. Heaven cannot pour new wine into old wineskins, and it cannot fill hands that are still holding on to poison. This isn't about unforgiveness. It is about spiritual hygiene. Go to your social media. There are accounts you follow that feed you fear, comparison, and spiritual junk food. Unfollow them immediately. Your timeline is a spiritual altar, and you have been sacrificing your peace on it daily. Clean the altar. Remove the contamination. Make room for revelation. Now, type 777 inches in the comments or write it down on a piece of paper in front of you. This isn't about social media engagement or feeding an algorithm. When you type those numbers, you are signing a spiritual contract. You are making a tangible declaration to both the physical and spiritual realms that you are ready for the shift. Angels are literally waiting for that digital signature to begin moving on your behalf. The moment you type it, documents in heaven's court get stamped, approved. Resources held in escrow get released. Connections divinely ordained get activated. This works. Sarah from Phoenix typed 777 3 days ago while crying in her car, down to her last $20. Within 48 hours, she received a call about a job she never applied for, offering twice her previous salary plus a signing bonus. Michael from London was facing eviction when he saw this. He typed 777 with trembling fingers. The next morning, a check arrived for an overpayment from 3 years ago. £8,000 he had completely forgotten about. It was exactly what he needed, plus extra. Maria from Sao Paulo had been trying to conceive for 11 years. Doctors said it was impossible. She typed 777 and felt heat flood her womb. She is holding her miracle baby right now. David from Lagos had given up on his marriage. His wife had filed papers. He typed 777 as a last desperate act. She called that night crying, saying something told her to stop the divorce. They renewed their vows last week. Your testimony is being written right now. In 7 days, you will be telling your own impossible turnaround story. People will ask what happened, and you will struggle to explain how everything changed in a week. But understand this, the portal is closing in 90 seconds. This specific frequency, this exact moment of divine alignment, will not repeat for another 7 years. Heaven is extending a concentrated blessing over every area of your life. Your bloodline is being blessed. Your finances are being blessed. Your health is being blessed. Your mind is being blessed. Your relationships are being blessed. Not eventually, right now. This second, as you read these words, the blessing is being sealed. Every demonic assignment against your life is being recalled. Every hex, every curse, every spell, every evil eye, every jealous prayer is being reversed back to sender. But you must act now. Share this message with one person who has been heavy on your heart. Someone just came to mind. That is not random. They're supposed to see this. Their breakthrough is connected to your obedience. When you share this, you are not spreading content. You are distributing miracles. You are releasing captives. That person needs this word right now. They are at the end of their rope, and this is their lifeline. Send it now. The clock is ticking. Heaven's offer expires in 10 seconds. Everything you have been waiting for is suspended in this moment, waiting for your response. Type 777 now. Share it now. Receive it now. Activate it now. Your entire life changes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It is done. The portal is sealed. The blessing is released. The breakthrough is yours. Watch what happens next.